Good evening, everybody. Tonight, this is the first ever UFC on Fox post-fight recap with Stanley Thunderheart. And tonight, well, let me put it like this. I actually had been, well, it's been a little bit of a disappointment, I would have to say, because I actually expected UFC on Fox to actually have at least half the event showing, and majority of it was shown on Facebook. And on top of that, it was only shown one fight, which was a heavyweight fight, which was fine. But all this hype that that we just kept hearing about UFC being on Fox, it's like rather than showing just one fight, they got at least show the whole event, or at least half of the event. But nevertheless, I've got the results of the fights, and I don't want to feel like I'm cheating the fighters of reading their cards and what happened, at least the event a little bit. And then I will talk about the championship, and then I also will talk about what I feel about the UFC being on Fox and so forth. So anyways, I'm going to get it going, so here we go. Aaron Rosa versus Matt Lucas, and the winner is Aaron Rosa, majority decision. Mike Pierce versus Paul Bradley, and the winner is Mike Pierce, split decision. Alex Caceres versus Cole Escovedo, and the winner is Alex Caceres, unanimous decision. And Mackens Semerzier versus Robert Peralta, and the winner is Robert Peralta via knockout. So, and this next one right here is Norifumi Yamamoto versus Darren Uyenoyama, and the winner is Darren Uyenoyama, unanimous decision. Heard that was pretty good right there. And Swanson versus Ricardo Lamas, and the winner is Ricardo Lamas via submission. Dustin Poirier versus Pablo Garza, and the winner is Dustin Poirier, submission. And this is what I heard that was a pretty good fight right there, a 3-round fight with Guida versus Benson Henderson in the co-main event, and the winner is Benson Henderson, unanimous decision. I mean, these guys are, first of all, these guys are very good. Of course, Ben Henderson, of course, was a WEC guy for a long time, but now fighting a veteran of UFC, Clay Guida, and still came out on top. I mean, both of these guys are one of those type of fighters that are a little bit out there, that are at least be considered by most people to be out there. And so, as a result of that, and then they put these two together, which is I could not fathom could be anything less than a great fight with these two. But mainly, also too, for what I was told, that the winner of this fight would of course face Frankie Edgar for the lightweight championship. So congratulations, Benson Henderson, and now he just became the #1 contender for that belt. So I can just see Frankie Edgar having some problems with this guy, but we'll see if we can take the championship from him. Let's put it that way. And this, of course, the only fight that I was actually able to see on Fox, and I actually showed on Fox, was, of course, the UFC Heavyweight Championship. And I have to say it like this. We have a new UFC World Heavyweight Champion, and the name is Junior Dos Santos. And who did he defeat? Of course, Cain Velasquez, of all people. I mean, and especially the way he did it was in the first round in 1 minute and 4 seconds. That's how long it took simply for Junior Dos Santos to take that belt away from Cain Velasquez. And how did he do it? When this all that hype was all done, and all of a sudden, then when the bell rang, it was time to fight. Cain Velasquez came out, swinging a little bit with some hits and some kicks. And of course, Junior Dos Santos had some great boxing skills. He just depended on boxing, hit him in the body a little bit, hit him a little bit in the face here or there. But of course, Cain Velasquez, of course, they waited patiently, and of course they threw a couple strikes back and forth, but not too much until, of course, what happened was Junior Dos Santos then reached out through a nice left towards his face, but it didn't exactly connect the butt. What did connect, and that was the beginning and the end of it, was that he reached out and hit him right in the side of the ear. That's when he caught Cain Velasquez right there, right in the side of the ear. Cain Velasquez went down, straight down, like I don't know, like a ton of brakes, however you want to say it, went straight down. And then that's when Junior Dos Santos was making sure, he was like, oh, did I hit him? Okay, let's go for it. And then that's when he pounced on him and he hit him 12 more times. until he finally knocked Cain Velasquez out. The referee told him, okay, stop the fight, and awarded Junior Dos Santos as a new UFC World Heavyweight Championship. So congratulations, Junior Dos Santos, on that. I know the man has worked hard at it. He's beaten awesome contenders in order to get himself there. And his boxing, I mean, his punches are powerful. I mean, this guy's for real now. I mean, a lot of people thought, well, he'll get there, but let's see if he can win the big one. And man, did he win the big one all right. He made it look easy, but I know it wasn't easy, but he made it look easy. And as far as Cain Velasquez, I know the man is a hard worker and everything. I just feel that, in just in MMA, anything can happen. Anything can happen in mixed martial arts. So I didn't see Cain Velasquez slacking off or anything. He took it seriously, and he just simply got caught. And then, of course, when Cain Velasquez was interviewed by Joe Rogan about what he felt, he apologized to the fans and everything. And quite frankly, Cain, he has nothing to be sorry about. He's got nothing to apologize for. He's one of the best in the world, and now it's just he just got to go back to the old drawing board and figure out what happened. So maybe he will not get caught again. And I don't think people really have went up to him and caught Cain Velasquez like Junior Dos Santos did. But not to take away from Junior Santos, though, he is a deserving guy. He deserves this night. He deserves this moment as the new heavyweight champion. And now he's going to bring that belt back to Brazil. So now, oh my God. Now we got 3 Brazilian champions in UFC. I mean, we've got Jose Aldo as the featherweight champion. Now we got Anderson Silva, the middleweight champion, and now we've got Junior Dos Santos, another Brazilian, as a heavyweight champion. I mean, my goodness. I mean, I'm starting to ask myself, are the Brazilians starting to take over again? I mean, what do you guys think about it, for one? I would like to hear your questions on that and so forth. And another question that I still would like to see, I haven't really get any answers from, but I'll ask it again anyway. What do you guys feel about UFC going on Fox now, rather than now staying on Spike? So those are the things I want to know. And speaking of that, like I said, I would just wished, I mean, the heavyweight championship was cool, even though it didn't, of course, last not even 2 minutes in the first round. And it was still pretty good with great fighters in the world. At the same time, let's be honest, I mean, I really felt that to hype up the UFC, you could at least show at least half the event, if anything. You could at least show half of the card that was there rather than just showing one card. I mean, that's kind of like, yeah, I know you're doing it for free and everything, but at least you've got to hype it up, at least deliver all, more than what you did in a heavyweight championship. I mean, that was great, but a little more needs to be done. So I'm not even sure I'm going to continue to do UFC on Foxes on this. I just thought I'd give this a shot and let's see what happens. But needless to say, I wasn't disappointed with the championship fight, and I know if I would have watched these events on Facebook, I wouldn't have been disappointed either. I mean, it sounded like they all had great fights. So not to take away from all these fighters, so I'm congratulating all the winners of these fighters that won tonight. So, despite the fact that I didn't get to see them win or see how the other fighters lost and things like that, because I like to see everything for myself. I'm just that type of person to do that. So, and now that Junior Dos Santos is a champion, now we're gonna have to wait to see who's the #1 contender. Because in December, we're gonna have a fight of a heavyweight. Contenders fight between Alistair Overeem, who was a Strikeforce heavyweight champion plus K1 kickboxing champion, against the former UFC heavyweight champion Brock Lesnar. I mean, oh my goodness! Now, do you want to talk about dream match? Now, I remember I somewhat called out that dream match not too long ago. Oh, actually, it was over a year ago that I called it out. Actually, I remember I was telling you that when after Brock Lesnar lost to Velasquez, that he had to fight the best to beat the best, and actually beat them. And Alistair Overeem was one of the people that I mentioned. Well, now this is his chance. This is his chance to really prove people that he can do it. But Alistair Overeem also has something to prove too, because Dana White, the promoter that he is, which I don't always believe a lot of the hype and stupid shit that he always likes to say, saying that he's not the best in the world and all this other stuff. Well, this will definitely, hopefully, open up Dana's eyes a little wider and keep his mouth closed a little bit once Overeem destroys Lesnar. I mean, let's face it. I mean, a lot of hype has been on Lesnar for a long time, but not enough has been on Overeem. And Overeem, I think, is a well-deserving contender. So let's see what happens when these two lock horns and start going at it. And whoever the winner of the Brock Lesnar and Alistair Overeem fight will then become the #1 contender against the champion Junior Dos Santos. So there you go. And that's basically about it. And like I said, once again, what do you guys feel about UFC going on Fox? And yeah, what do you guys feel about that? And that's about it, really. And also, too, do you guys really feel that Brazilians are taking over again, slowly but surely, the UFC again? Not the way Royce Gracie is, I guess I'm supposed to say, but now it's a little bit different, than what it was before. So, but do you guys feel that Brazilians are taking over again? Let's just ask. I'm going to ask that question again. So, any event, I'm going to get going. It was pretty good, cool overall. I just wish that UFC would have done more tonight for the first time ever. But when I come back and do this again, I still will do more pay-per-views and so forth. Yes, I still will be doing that. But as far as doing this again, that remains to be seen. I have to make a decision and meditate on it and ask myself that question, and then I'll answer to myself. And then you see me next time doing it, you'll know why. So, anyways, I'm gonna get going. Have a great weekend, everybody. And and also for Veterans Day, as far as that goes, I just want to pay respects to the men and women who sacrificed their lives for the higher good of the country and the world, and also, just to pay my respects to these the men and women that have sacrificed their lives for the betterment and for the country, as far as the higher good and for the country and the world. So just let you know that, and that's it. All right, take care, everybody, and be safe. Healing, it is all that is.